Imagine an icon so powerful it changed the course of history for an entire nation. This is not just a painting, it's a symbol of miracles, resistance, and national identity. An image so powerful that it's believed to have saved armies, healed the sick, and inspired millions. But how did an icon said to be painted by St. Luke the Evangelist on a table Jesus made himself in Jerusalem end up in Poland? Join me as we unravel the legend of the Black Madonna of Częstochowa, the heart and soul of the Polish nation. The origins of the Black Madonna are shrouded in mystery, and the history of the icon is highly debated. According to a 15th century legend, it was painted by St. Luke the Evangelist on the boards of a cedar table from the Holy Family's home in Jerusalem, a table said to have been made by Jesus himself. After Jesus' crucifixion, it's believed Mary took this table with her to the home of St. John. From there, the story gets even more fascinating. St. Helena, mother of Emperor Constantine, is said to have found it during her pilgrimage to Jerusalem in 326. She took it to Constantinople, where she gifted it to her son, Constantine the Great. The icon stayed in Constantinople for centuries, revered and protected, until in the 13th century, a Ruthenian prince named Lev of Galicia, after having seen the painting, begged the emperor to give it to him as a gift. After his consent, Prince Lev moved the gifted painting to one of his estates in what is now modern-day Ukraine. Later on, out of fear of losing the painting during a war between his kingdom and Hungary, Prince Lev hid the image in a castle known as the Belts Castle. Despite his efforts, the Hungarians ended up conquering the castle. Their king, Louis I, appointed Polish Duke Ladislaw Opolczyk as the governor of the conquered lands. Ladislaw took special care of the inherited icon, as he believed during later sieges of the Belts Castle by the Lithuanians and Tatars that praying before it and interceding with Mary brought him victory over the invaders. Ladislaw wanted to move the image to Opole, the capital of his duchy, and began transporting it there in 1384. However, while he was passing through Częstochowa with the picture, his horses refused to go on. He understood this as a sign to leave it there. Thus it was placed in the care of the Pauline monks at the Jasna Góra monastery in Częstochowa. Jasna Góra wasn't just a monastery, it became the heart of Poland's faith and identity. The Pauline monks preserved the icon through wars, invasions, and even deliberate attempts to destroy it. According to legend, in 1430, the Hussites, proto-Protestant reformists, attacked, attempting to plunder the monastery. The Hussites tried to get away after putting the icon in their wagon, but their horses refused to move. They threw the portrait down to the ground, and one of the plunderers drew his sword upon the image and inflicted 2 deep strikes. When the robber tried to inflict a 3rd strike, he fell to the ground and writhed in agony until his death. The badly damaged painting was taken to Krakow and placed in the town hall. Then King Ladislaw Jagiello commissioned its repair by Ruthenian painters. Despite past attempts to repair these scars, they had difficulty covering up those slashes, which can still be seen on the image until this day. Here's where our story takes a dramatic turn with the Siege of Jasna Góra in 1655. Known as the Deluge, this was a time when Sweden invaded Poland, capturing nearly all its strongholds. But Jasna Góra stood defiant. Under the leadership of Prior Augustin Kodecki, the monks, with only about 70 monks and 160 mercenaries, prepared for what seemed like certain doom. On November 18, 1655, the Swedish forces arrived, demanding surrender. But the monastery was not just a religious sanctuary, it was a fortress, fortified over centuries, with walls, bastions, and cannons. The monks refused to surrender, and the siege began. The Swedes, with superior numbers and artillery, attacked repeatedly. But the defenders had more than just physical defenses, they had faith. They prayed to the Black Madonna, who they believed would protect them. Stories from the siege tell of miraculous events. After nearly 40 days of siege, the Swedes, demoralized and perhaps fearing further divine intervention, withdrew. This victory was more than military. It was a spiritual triumph, a beacon of hope, and a rallying cry for Polish resistance. In 1656, King John II Casimir, in gratitude for her protection, declared the Black Madonna Queen of Poland. From then on, she was not just a religious icon, but a national emblem, inspiring Poles through wars, occupations, and the fight for independence. From that moment on, the Black Madonna became a rallying point for Polish resilience. During the partitions of Poland, when the nation was erased from the map, she remained a symbol of hope and unity. During World War II, when Poland faced unimaginable horrors, the faithful turned to her for strength. Pope John Paul II, the Polish Pope, often visited to pray before her. He even secretly visited as a student pilgrim during the Nazi occupation during World War II. Even in modern times, millions make the pilgrimage to Częstochowa every year, making it the most visited pilgrimage site in Poland. Since 1711, a pilgrimage leaves Warsaw every August 6th for the 9-day, 140-mile trek. According to the Roman Catholic Church, over the centuries, numerous miracles and healings have occurred in front of the image. Catholics from all over the world travel to the Black Madonna to pray for the miracles they need in their lives. What makes this icon so compelling? Maybe it's the 2 scars on her cheek from the Hussite attack, or perhaps it's the soot from centuries of candles that gives her the black in Black Madonna. But it's more than that. It's the stories of miracles, the collective faith, and the shared history of a nation. The Black Madonna of Częstochowa is not just an artifact. She's a testament to survival, faith, and national pride. Her story is Poland's story, from ancient origins through epic sieges to modern times. So, the next time you see her image, remember, it's not just a painting, it's a story. Poland's story. If you've been touched by this narrative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales that connect the past with our present. Remember, history is not just about what happened, but about how it shapes us.